Hello. Okay, I hope you guys can all see this, okay? All right. Hi. So, when you see this commercial, because we all see it all the time, what do you think of? How does it make you feel? I mean, for me, it makes me want to change the commercial like as soon as I can because it makes me feel sad and it makes me feel helpless that I can't help all of these pets that are looking at the TV screen at me. And I have to change the channel because if I don't, I would dial the number for every cat or dog and my husband would divorce me. um, how many of you own a pet? Like many of you, I own 3 dogs. We own many more animals on a farm, but we own 3 dogs, whom 2 of them were adopted from a shelter, and 1 of them was purchased from a breeder. So, for me, being a pet owner of both sides of adopting from a shelter and as well as purchasing from a breeder, I can say that I have seen the aspects of both pet ownership. And I can honestly say that while dogs who are purchased from a breeder are purebred and they're show quality, and they are a great addition to your family, there is a different feeling and a different emotion and a different joy that you get when you go to an animal shelter and you adopt a pet that needs a home. So, for those of you who have ever considered adopting or getting or buying a new animal or a cat or a dog or extending your family with a 4-legged furry friend, hopefully this speech will give you some further insight into a great way that you can expand your family. So today I'm going to persuade you that you should adopt your next pet from a shelter rather than purchasing it from a breeder. And by doing that, I am going to discuss 3 different subjects, 3 different benefits. I am going to discuss the financial benefit, excuse me, the social benefit, and as well as the emotional benefits to adopting your next pet. So let's start with the bottom line, the financial benefits. One of the biggest hurdles of pet ownership is a financial hurdle, right? We've all been told that. You know, they can't afford that dog. They can't afford to feed that dog. They can't afford to buy that dog. And affording a pet doesn't have to be that way when you are adopting from a shelter. According to onegreenplanet.org, the adoption fee can be anywhere from $50 to $150, and that's to adopting a pet through a shelter. Now, if you wanted to go to a breeder and purchase that dog, you are looking at a fee of anywhere from $300 to $2,000, just depending on what kind of breed of dog or cat that you would like to purchase. Now, that average fee of $50 to $150 that you are paying to get your animal from a shelter is wonderful because it actually goes for your vet check, the shots, and to spay or neuter your animal. So a lot of times when people are purchasing an animal or adopting an animal from a shelter, they say, well, how do I know that animal is healthy? And most likely, it's going to be healthier purchasing it from a shelter because they've had that animal to the vet, they've made sure that animal had its shots, and they've also ensured that animal is spayed or neutered. So not only is adopting your pet from a shelter financially beneficial, it also includes the price that they're going to fix your new friend, which makes it social benefit as well. How many of you have ever saved a life before? Pet adoption allows you to say, I have saved a life, because by adopting a dog or a cat, you are actually saving their life, not only giving them a new home. Isn't that crazy to think of? That this does happen? This just blows my mind. According to ASPCA.org, each year, 1.5 million animals are euthanized in the U.S. each year. 1.5 million animals are euthanized each year in the U.S. solely because they cannot find a home for them. Isn't that just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. So many of these dogs and cats that are put down are actually the puppies and kittens of animals from owners that failed to get their animal spayed or neutered. So that's where that comes in, that when you adopt it, that happens right then and there, and your fee allows for your animal to be spayed or neutered. According to an article, The Global Stray Dog Population Crisis by Patty Strand says there are more than 200 million stray dogs worldwide that needs a home. It's crazy. So adopting a pet helps to take a pet in need off the street and out of the shelter, all while requiring that you have your new friend fixed. Ensuring that pet overpopulation is handled one new owner at a time. Isn't that great? Of course, the social benefit of pet adoption naturally leads to the emotional benefit of pet adoption. According to NationalDogDayCalendar.com, April is National Adopt a Shelter Dog Day. Now, while this month was created as a way to raise awareness, the benefits of adopting an animal are year-round. The Animal Rescue site newsletter claims that adopting pets has numerous emotional benefits that can come with it. And those include lowered blood pressure, lowered cholesterol levels, and decreased feelings of loneliness. Isn't that wonderful? According to an article in Time magazine, 90% of older pet owners said their animals helped them feel loved and they enjoyed life more. Now, pet adoption can also provide elderly owners the ability to get exercise, for them to feel needed, and as well as those younger owners, some responsibility. I know for me, my 11-year-old daughter has gained a lot of responsibility from our pets and from our dogs that we've adopted from shelters. And actually, while we're on that note, she likes to volunteer at our shelter, and so that's something that is also very beneficial, just kind of off the grid, but helpful. So ultimately, all three of these things provide individuals an overall more satisfied emotional sense to their self. So as you can see, there is a great amount of personal fulfillment and joy that can be gained from adopting an animal from a shelter. And today I told you about the financial, the social, and the emotional benefits that can come along with pet adoption. Hopefully, the next time that you consider expanding your family by getting a new four-legged friend, you will choose adoption rather than going to a breeder, which will ultimately end up saving you money in the long run. So should you have any questions on pet adoption, I would suggest that you visit your local shelter to find out what kind of opportunities they can give new ownership for animals, as well as you can visit petfinder.com to find out more information about pet adoption, as well as you can also see available pets in your area on this site. Thank you.